Hey everyone, welcome back. Today we're going to practice using the unit circle. If you've completed the previous videos of constructing the unit circle and reference angles, then today's lesson will be a lot easier for you. So we constructed the unit circle and we learned how to read it, and now we're going to learn how to use it without even referring to it. So there's a few things to remember, and I want you to go ahead and write this down somewhere because we're going to be using that the entire lesson. So this is something for you to know by heart. So first thing here, at 0, 90, 180, 270, the trig values are 0 and plus or minus 1. That's easy. Second, at reference angle 45, the values are plus or minus root 2 over 2. So that's also very easy. At reference angle 30, y is a half. And at reference angle 60, x is a half. Okay, let me stress that again. At angle 30, y is a half. And at angle 60, x is a half. So example 1, without referring to the unit circle, determine the following. So throughout the lesson, if you want to keep this as a cheat sheet, that's fine. But know that on a test, you won't have access to this. So you're going to learn how to use this quickly and effectively, and then you're going to know it by heart so that you won't have to have it written down. You just know it, how to use it. Okay, so determine the following, cos of 90. So we're going to do a little rough sketch. 90 is over here. Cos is the x value, so that's 0. So cos of 90 is 0. Okay, cos of 315. So we do our drawing. This is where 315 is. 360 minus 315 gives 45, right? So that's our reference angle. And therefore, the values are going to be plus or minus root 2 over 2. Cos is the x value, so we look at the x value as positive, and so root 2 over 2 is the value of cos of 315. Okay, C, sine of 60, so we draw a line here. At 60, x is a half, but we're looking for the y value, and so the value that goes with a half is root 3 over 2, and so that's our y value, root 3 over 2, so sine of 60 is root 3 over 2. Okay, cos of 210. So we draw our angle here at 210. This is 210 minus 180 gives 30 as our reference angle. At 30, y is a half, but we're looking for the x, and so x is root 3 over 2. We notice that x is negative like this, and so cos of 210 is negative root 3 over 2. E, tan of 135. So we have our drawing here, 135. Reference angle is 180 minus 135, which gives 45 as our reference angle. So plus or minus root 2 over 2 are our trig values. Sine here is positive, the y value, so root 2 over 2. Cos of 135, the x value is negative, like that, so negative root 2 over 2. So this gives negative 1 as our tan of 135. Okay, F. Sine of 150, so we draw our 150 like that. Reference angle is 180 minus 150, which is 30. At 30, y is a half, and we're looking for y, so sine of 150 is a half. Okay, practice number 1. Without referring to the unit circle, determine the following, A to H. Go ahead and pause the video and answer that. Okay, we're back. A, sine of 0, so this is our 0 here. Y is 0, so sine of 0 is 0, like that. B, 330, so we have our angle here, 330. 360 minus 330 gives reference angle of 30. At 30, y is a half, but we're looking for x, and so the x is root 3 over 2. It is positive over here, so root 3 over 2 is the value of cos 330. Sine of 270. 270 is right here. The y value is negative 1, so sine of 270 is negative 1. Cos of 300, so we have this here. Reference angle is 60. At 60, x is a half, and we are looking for the x value. We notice that it's positive like that, so cos of 300 is a half. Okay, cos of 60, so we draw our angle here at 60. At 60, x is a half. We're looking for the x value, so cos of 60 is a half. Sine of 330, so we draw our 330. Reference angle is 30. At 30, y is a half. We're looking for our y value. We notice that it is negative like that, so sine of 330 is negative a half. G, tan of 30, we have our angle 30 here. At 30, y is a half, so sine of 30 is a half. Cos of 30 is the value that goes with it, which is root 3 over 2. So this is a half times the reciprocal, 2 over root 3. 2's cancel. We go time root 3 over root 3 to rationalize the denominator, so tan of 30 is root 3 over 3. Okay, h, cos of 240, we draw our 240. 240 minus 180 is 60, so that's our reference angle. At 60, x is a half. We're looking for that with cos, and our x value here is negative at this area here. So cos of 240 is negative a half. Okay, different kind of problem. Example 2. Without referring to the unit circle, determine all angles theta that satisfy each equation, and the angles are between 0 and 360. So here we're given cos of theta is root 2 over 2. And so root 2 over 2 comes from 45 degrees. We notice that cos of theta is positive, and so we have 45 degrees this way and 45 degrees that way, which is angle 315. And so the first is 45 like that, and the second is 315. B, sine of theta equals negative a half. The sine value is negative, and so we have this way and this way like that. The y value is a half, right? Y is a half, therefore the angle is 30. So we have 30 here and 30 there. So our first angle is 210, and our second angle is 330 like that. And so those are the two angles. Okay, time for some practice. Practice number 2. Same question. Without referring to the unit circle, determine all angles theta that satisfy each equation and the angles between 0 and 360. A, B, C, and D. Go ahead and pause the video and answer that. Okay, we're back. A, cos of theta is a half. At 60, x is a half. So here we have cos of theta, which is positive. So 60 here and 60 here like that. And so the first angle is 60. The other one is 360 minus 60, which gives 300. And so those are the two angles. B, sine of theta is negative root 2 over 2. Root 2 over 2 is from 45 degrees, and sine is negative. So we have negative, right? So this 45 or this 45 like that. So this is 180 plus 45, 225. And then this is 360 minus 45, which gives 315. C, cos of theta equals 1. And so the x value is 1. And the only one here is at angle 0, where the x value is 1. And so theta is 0. Okay, D. Sine of theta is root 3 over 2. When x is a half, it's at 60 degrees. And so the y value is root 3 over 2 at 60. We notice that sine is positive. So we have this positive and this positive like that. First angle is 60. The other one is 180 minus 60, which gives 120 like that. And so these are the two angles. And that's it. It's that easy. I'll see you guys in the next lesson.